Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Entertainment News. It is Monday morning, usually my day off here, but our schedules around Let's Talk have been a little bit topsy-turvy for the last week. But here we are, Monday morning, a little bit of horror movie news for you. Rachel McAdams in talks to star and director Sam Raimi's horror movie Send Help. Before we get to that, a few things for you to do for us. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We're almost there, just about 200 more subscribers to go, so please hit that subscribe button, hit the alert bell as well. Like, comment, send supers, become a member for $2.99 a month. If you do comment, keep it friendly, keep it on topic, don't make it personal. Rachel McAdams in talks to star and director Sam Raimi's horror movie Send Help. I've liked her work going all the way back to, well, she was good in Wedding Crashers, but also more to the point, Red Eye with Cillian Murphy. After working with Sam Raimi on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Deadline reports that Rachel McAdams is now in talks to star in Raimi's next horror movie. Good to see him back in true horror form after Doctor Strange was, horror leaning, but of course it's, under the control of the studio, much like his work in Spider-Man. Sam Raimi will be taking his return to horror with the upcoming film Send Help for 20th Century Studios, and the outlets let us know that Rachel McAdams is in early talks to sign on. Deadline reports sources tell us that these negotiations are in the early stages and nothing is definite at this point. Stay tuned for more of the upcoming Send Help as we learn it. Billed as a two-handed horror thriller set on an island, the story is somewhere between Rob Reiner's Stephen King adaptation Misery and Robert Zemeckis' classic Castaway, both movies that I love. Damian Shannon and Mark Swift wrote the screenplay. Raimi will produce alongside Zainab Azizi under Raimi Productions. Raimi most recently directed Marvel's horror-heavy sequel Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but he hasn't directed a full-on horror movie of his own since Drag Me to Hell. That film was also returned to horror for Raimi back in 2009. I like Drag Me to Hell. And it similarly came in the wake of Raimi putting his own stamp on superhero cinema with his 3 Spider-Man movies. Yeah, so I think this displays the reason why you, a person like Raimi, who is sort of known for cutting his teeth in, sort of the indie cinema world with Evil Dead, why it's good for him to work occasionally with big studios. Originally, doing Spider-Man opened some doors, but more recently working on In the Multiverse of Madness with Disney probably helps him get this project at 20th Century off the ground as well. But Rachel McAdams, I love her. I've always found her to be pretty adorable, but she walks that line between being sort of adorable and feminine, but also being strong and funny, and I think it works well, and I think she would do well in the horror in the horror realm. I think she has the right attitude that would work with, if it has any sort of the old humor that we know from Raimi's work, the sort of tongue-in-cheek method. I think she would be a perfectly good fit. But what do you think? Are you happy to see Rachel McAdams in talk to work with Raimi? And are you happy to see Raimi returning to horror? Let us know in the comment section below. But until next time, keep it creepy.